So my name is Alvin Chang, and I'm from a master's program at NYU called the Interactive Telecommunications Program. It's just where we bring technology and art and bring it together for all kinds of purposes. So this time we're using it for, we've made a program for rehabilitation purposes at clinics after either a stroke or some kind of physical injury or also neurological issues.
Okay.
So basically you're using the Microsoft Kinect and we've created...
Okay, so you're using a Kinect as your sensor.
Right.
And it's hooked up to your computer, and what are you running on your computer to interface with?
So we're using processing with a library called OS Skeleton, which gives us the joint data.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, which lets us create the skeleton of our patients.
Oh, that's great.
And so basically we're asking the patients to perform specific patterns with their hands going outward from the body.
Oh, cool.
A stroke or some kind of weakness or impairment, this would help facilitate functional movement patterns.
Oh, okay.
You could also use this for individuals who might have some kind of issue with endurance, balance, where they have to come out of their center of gravity, or even if they had some kind of visual inattention or neglect, you can try and facilitate them to look towards the side in their visual field that's impaired. Or really there's a lot of things that they can be working on, staying on task, ability to follow directions, as well as your functional movement patterns, which are so important for your daily tasks like dressing, bathing, grooming. So really within that occupational therapy domain.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, and you are the occupational
Yes,
therapist?
I am. My name is Holly Cohen. I'm a clinical specialist in assistive technology in the occupational therapy department at the Rusk Institute at NYU.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so you've been working with these guys, getting to some of the detailed work of what they're trying to
Right.
adapt.
So I've been with the occupational therapy perspective, and Alvin's been doing the creating and all the other...
and the testing pieces,
yeah,
right. So tell me a little bit about, so you have a character, so what are some of the feedback elements that you have going on right now?
Right. So one of the early discoveries we made is that we wanted small movements and small goals to provide big feedback.
Okay.
So right now when you touch a bubble, the bubble not only pops, but you also hear the bubble pop, and you're able to kind of move forward in this ocean sea.
Oh, this is great. Okay.
So we were trying to make a program that kind of gives the illusion of movement for people who don't always have mobility. So when you pop the bubble, you're kind of moving forward in this environment. The faster you pop, the quicker you move.
Some of the things that you find.
Right.
So a person, when they're just starting to learn this, what kind of things happen?
Right. So they're called compensatory movements, and it's when the patient does something that is not natural, basically.
Yeah.
So for example, if you're
okay, perfect.
For example, if a patient is trying to move like this,
okay,
it turns red because this is not a natural movement. You can't pop the bubble this way. We're not allowing that.
Oh, because you're overcompensating in a direction that is not the behavior that you guys
using the incorrect muscles for that movement pattern. So you want more of a functional movement pattern versus moving the body to access the bubble.
That's amazing.
Which a lot of individuals with hemiplegia following a stroke, they do that. They don't realize it, but they're compensating for the weakness in their arm with their body, and they're not strengthening or using the muscles that they need to rehabilitate.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you were able to find a way to just cue them that you're not able to pop the bubbles when you do that.
Right.
Now, tell me a little bit about what you're seeing. Are people able to hook up over time? Are they able to hook up their brain?
We haven't done enough user testing to know.
Okay, good.
But we've done, we've observed stroke, patients going through rehabilitation.
Oh, good.
And done a lot of research with the Wii. We've done some research with the Wii because there's not any research with the Kinect yet.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to look at the research done with the Wii because it's similar. You're just holding a device. And you're not
and I'm sure that affects your results.
Right, and you're not getting any of the skeleton. You're getting just solely where that device is going and which direction it's turning.
Oh, interesting. So this is going to be kind of a whole new. So tell me a little bit about where you want to go from here with this particular project.
Well, the few aspects that we're looking at going forward is making an interface that occupational therapists can interface with, so they can cater an exercise specifically for a patient.
They can design their own exercises in some way? Like you can create some sort of a UI element? Okay.
Exactly. So that's one of the big features that we're looking to implement. The other thing going forward is making sure that these patterns are useful. So we're going to go do some more user testing to make sure that we're making the levels proper for let's say a high-level patient that's trying to do this and he or she can't do it. So right now we have a setting where an able-bodied person can do it, but when a child walks in, they can't reach that last bubble. So we're gonna have to figure out.
Okay. So you have a few functional issues left.
Right. Exactly. And so those are like the two big projects going forward.
Okay, good.
So it's basically user testing and how it's going to interface with the occupational therapists who are working with the actual program.
Wow, that's really exciting. Now you did tell me that programming is not your first love and like the main thing that you do.
So the three of us working on it. So ITP is a program where you have artists of all kinds, artists and scientists and just basically everyone. Holly was at ITP as well, and she was an occupational therapist.
Yeah. Okay, well, how awesome is that?
It was
I love it.
I love it. Experience.
Yeah. Okay, that's perfect.
So for a lot of us, we're just learning programming. We're just learning interaction design.
Yeah.
I was a writer, and that has nothing to do with this.
Oh, that's awesome, though.
Right.
I mean, isn't that kind of exciting that you're using your brain in these new and interesting ways at the age that you are? That's kind of cool.
Exactly.
And I think that one of the things that we were noticing is that, some people might say that this is kind of remedial, but are you finding people respond really well to kind of the quirkiness of the character?
Yeah. We have kids coming in here and playing with it for, we had someone in here for an hour yesterday. Just, a parent left their kid in here and let them play for an hour.
Because it's so appealing to them in that sense.
It's simple, but it's also an interaction that's very appealing. It's very satisfying to reach.
It is. It's very soothing almost. Yeah.
Moving something on the screen, I think. I don't think you need to have these big, crazy graphics for it to be functional and to be great for people to want to interact with it. And that's really what it is.
Yeah, because they actually say that the more specific it is, the less you're able to be symbolic.
Exactly.
So see, your skills fit perfectly. He's like, oh, awesome. Okay, well, thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's really, really awesome, and I appreciate you guys talking to me today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.